Well, for a special show, we are delighted to welcome a very special panel, ladies and gentlemen, who are going to give us their own thoughts and views on each of our star guests tonight. Will you welcome that panel, Joe Longthorne, Sally Whittaker and Pete Waterman. Hello, Joe.
Hi, Leslie, how are you? All right?
I'm all right, my old dear. And you're having a good year, aren't you?
Yes, I am, thank you.
Entertainer of the Year, 1990.
Yes, it's been a good year for me, thank you very much.
It certainly has. Yeah. And Sally Whittaker, known throughout the length and breadth of the world as Sally Webster in Coronation Street.
Hello.
Hello, darling. Well, how's Kevin?
Oh, he's very, very well, but I've left him at home, Leslie.
Yes, not in the garage.
No.
No. Perish the thought. Pete Waterman, well, you've produced so many stars, haven't you? Tell us a couple.
Kylie Minogue, Jason Donovan.
That'll do, that's enough, and we'll talk to you all later. Thank you very much indeed, Pete, Sally and Joe. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to business. Our first finalist, you may remember, was the winner of Show 3. A delight. Yay! Oh, Sam, what about that? Now then, Joe, as one of the finest singing impressionists in the world, what did you think of our Sam?
Well, I thought his movements were absolutely, really fantastic. I think he really put himself into it, and he really did believe that he was Tom Jones when he was performing that, and his voice was certainly excellent, and I think that he'd be welcome in the hillside any time.
Thank you very much, Joe. And now on to our second finalist, a lovely man, John Ensel from St Helens, an ex-garage mechanic. Well, that was great. Well done, John. Now then, Sally.
Leslie, he is very gorgeous, isn't he? He's a beautiful-looking boy. He's got a gorgeous smile.
Yes.
And his voice is dreamy. Pete, sign him up. That's all I can say. He's wonderful.
Thank you very much indeed, Sally. Well, from a lady panellist to our only, strangely enough, lady finalist, the TV extra Maxine Barry, who stunned us with her... Oh, Maxine, wasn't that great? Pete Waterman, I know that's not exactly a stock Aitken and Waterman number, but wasn't she lovely?
If you'd just nipped out to make a cup of tea and you'd walk back, you'd have sworn that was Shirley Bassey, wouldn't you?
You would, I mean, it really was that good.
You know, you would not know that that was somebody taking off Shirley Bassey.
It's incredible, isn't it?
I mean, I was watching on my monitor, and, I mean, it not only looked like Shirley Bassey, but it was exactly the same. The difference was uncanny.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, there you are. And you, of course, do an uncanny Shirley Bassey. What do you think, Joe?
I thought she was absolutely superb. She, again, lived the character, and it was tremendous to see that coming across, and the audience, of course, loved her, and Pete loved her, and Sally loved her. Well, she was great.
Thank you, panel. Well, there we are. So far, we've already seen Tom Jones, Marty Pellow and Shirley Bassey, and that's just part one. Will one of that illustrious trio be our winner? A heck of a lot of bottle, a lot of nerve, don't you think so, Joe?
I do, yes. I think that what with the day and age, the way music it is today, to come out and do it is absolutely fantastic straight off.
Well, thank you, Joe, and I'm sure that our fourth finalist thinks so too. His name is Chris Higgins. He's a financial advisor from near Telford in Shropshire, and he won Show 2 with this lovely appearance. Number, wasn't it?
Oh, what a lovely song. It's such a nice number. And he did it very well, and he looks so much like him.
He does,
and if you actually look away, he does sound just like him, because I was listening to this song on my headphones when I was on holiday, and he just took me back to my holiday. Did old Chris there?
Well, thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Our final finalist won Show 5 last week. His name is Jimmy Germain. He's a vintage motorcycle mechanic, a part-time entertainer, and he knocked everybody out. Well, Jimmy Germain, that was great. Now then, Pete Waterman, you know something about Cliff Richard. What did you think of that?
Well, not only have I produced him, but he's one of my close friends, and he does sound like him. There's no question. He's, yeah, very close.
And he looks like him, too.
Absolutely.
And he even walks like him.
Even talks like him.
That's absolutely right. Pete, thank you very much indeed. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our 5 wonderful finalists. Now, all our studio audience has to do is to make up its mind as to who is the series overall winner. A very difficult decision, but it has to be made. And
it's going to be the winner.
How about you, Joe?
Looking at the audience, they're all going like this, and I think that you've got to make the decision very shortly, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm sure that you'll do the right thing.
Yes, and that's right, because every individual member of our studio audience is plugged into our Stars in Their Eyes computer, which will process the total number of votes cast and eventually give us the winner. And the choice... Ask our panel what they think. Joe, if you were pressed for a decision, who would you choose?
Well, if I was really, really pressed, which I obviously really, really am.
You really, really are.
Leslie, I think overall the production was marvellous of everybody, but I've got to say that the Shirley Bassey put that extra bit in that really, really counts. She believed that she was Shirley Bassey. The movements were tremendous. So my decision goes to her.
OK, Sally, who do you choose?
Very difficult decision. I loved them all, but I'm with you, Joe. Shirley Bassey, she was wonderful.
Thank you, Sally. Pete?
I hate to sound monotonous, but I just thought that Shirley Bassey not only sounded like Shirley Bassey, but sounded like and looked like her. She was perfect to me.
Well, thank you, panel. And we have a decision, ladies and gentlemen. There we are.